Sebastian.
I'm Serge.
Brian.
Thank you for listening to the podcast.
Primo, is this a Hispanic speaking? Are we?
Yeah, kind of. So we're both Hispanic.
Okay.
You know Spanish, right?
Sí, podemos hacerlo.
Dude, I forgot you spoke Spanish. Actually, I did see your Instagram page. You speak a couple of languages, right? Or
6.
6, dude, that's crazy.
Dude, so how did you learn so many languages? Like how?
They all have their own origin story. So I started when I went to high school, graduated just English, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do.
Okay.
Is that
your first language, English?
Yeah. I was super inspired by the Batman Begins. You know?
Oh yeah.
I was like, I want to go to Southeast Asia with a backpack and no money and survive. So I told my parents that they weren't having it. So we agreed on a compromise. We did foreign exchange.
How old were you?
I was 18.
18.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, I'll fight monks. I'll do what I need to do. But no, she's like, my mom's like, you can't do that. You'll die. I was like, fair enough. So I did foreign exchange. I lived a year in Brazil. I worked at a special ed school as a dance and PE teacher, and I learned Portuguese.
Ooh. So did you learn Portuguese before going?
No, God no. I had like 3 lessons. I learned like oi tudo bom. Like I learned like hi, how are you? And then I got there and so I learned Portuguese then, and then I went to college, did the whole basketball thing, and then I was like, I kind of like that travel thing. So when my parents had their 40th anniversary, we took a cruise through the Danube River in northern Europe. So it's like Germany, Austria, all those through.
Oh shit.
We got to Budapest. They went home, and I was like, I think I'm gonna stay. So I booked.
How old were you at then?
I was like 25.
Okay.
So I booked a one-way ticket to Torino, Italy, because there was this girl, like 3 years earlier, that was talking about it at a table behind me in the cafeteria, and I thought it sounded cool. I never turned around to see what she looked like or introduce myself, but she's just like wax poetic about Torino, Italy.
You just started listening.
So I'm in the airport, and I was like, yeah, there's a $29 flight to Torino, Italy. Yeah, c'est la vie, right?
From Germany?
From Budapest, Hungary.
Oh my gosh.
So, flights in Europe are dirt cheap.
Whoa.
But so I went there, and then I got jobs, and I learned Italian. Italian was next. Had a job teaching an old guy how to do the Lindy Hop. It's like 1930s dance. I didn't know how to do it, but I would YouTube it.
Did you just pretend?
Just pretend.
So you're scamming old men and...
Hey, I mean, he was just feeding me. It's not like he was paying me.
Okay, that's good.
From there, babysat some kids, worked as a restaurant waiter, was a semi-nude model in Florence.
Whoa!
Yeah, just...
Wait, can we not skip that?
You want to see, I was the Statue of David, so...
What?
Statue of David.
No, but... So how long did you have to stand there for?
5 hours. It was awful. Every day for 2 weeks.
6 hours.
Every day for 2 weeks?
Yeah, so my hip got real tight.
So what kind of people were paying? Because I'm guessing you're getting paid to do that, and they have to pay for
No,
the
I was
model,
getting
right?
I was getting room and board. I wasn't
Okay.
getting money. It was like tourists mostly. Like it was a Russian art academy in Florence, Italy. So it wasn't even Italians. It was like some Chinese, some Americans, and people would just get like real close to my junk and be like, "Can you cough?" It's like. But we would, I don't know. I did that for a couple weeks. I got bed bugs. It was terrible.
Oh no.
Then I went to Sicily.
How did you even hear about that opportunity?
There's a website called Workaway in a lot of the world where you just pay like $30 a month, and you have access to all these jobs. I say jobs because you're basically volunteering, but they
offer room and board.
Room and board. Sometimes.
Okay, that's not bad.
Sometimes just room, and you gotta pay for food. But in this one, it was like, so I was just hopping around doing that for years. So that's where I went like the Lindy Hop, the nude modeling, and then I'd get to a place and I'd find like some jobs. So I went to Sicily, which is southern Italy after that, got a job at a hostel, through Workaway. I was just the receptionist overnight, and on my days off I would work as a restaurant server for like €3 an hour, which is like $3.20 an hour.
That's insane.
And how was like communicating with them at that point?
Well, it's kind of funny. I was pretty good. I had been learning Italian for about 3 months, and when I go, I go. Like I'm studying verbs, I'm asking questions, I'm writing stories, I'm researching, I'm watching movies, I'm doing everything. So it had gotten pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
However, there was certain vernacular I was not aware with,
Okay.
and they would mess with me. So
yeah.
so they said, I still remember my first day there at the restaurant. They said, Brian, invece di dire prego quando qualcuno ti dice grazie, Brian, instead of saying you're welcome when someone says thank you, puoi dire, you can say faccia da minchia,
What does that mean?
dick face.
Oh.
So I'm at the restaurant for like 3 days. Every time someone would say thank you, I'd say, dick face. But it was actually, it translates into face of dicks. So like, face of dicks.
Which is
And it
arguably worse.
Arguably. And there was an old lady, like 80 years old. She's probably dead now because it was like 7 years ago, pre-COVID. And she,
Pre-COVID.
Yeah. I mean, Italy, Italian got hit hard.
Oh, he got hit very hard.
Yeah, she's probably done for. But I thought I killed her. She almost had a heart attack when I called her. I was like, because they would look at me every time, and I thought like.
They never corrected you.
No, I thought they were just like amazed at how Sicilian I was. Like, look at me using the local dialect. This guy who looks like this.
You gotta admit, that's a little main character-y, right?
I did what they told me, you know? This is
Where'd
great.
you figure it out?
When she almost had a heart attack, and then my friend came over, he's like, no, he doesn't know what he's saying, and then everyone else was laughing. That's when I was like, alright.
So the old lady probably was like, they're fucking with them.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it was like fine, but it was just like stuff like that. Italian was fun, and you learn like language based on where you're at and how you learn it. So like, for example, after that, I moved to France
Okay, sick.
to learn French.
Where in France?
So I started out in the Alps. So I was watching a kid, like a 2-year-old. No, he's probably 4. And I was like babysitting him, learning French. And because I lived in the Alps, this is where the language comes in of where you're at. Like I learned how to say snow 2 months before I knew how to say rain.
Okay,
Because like I'm getting snow every day.
you're not really getting rain.
No.
Okay.
And then I did that for a couple months, got decent at French, but still improving. Then I milked cows in northwest in Bretagne, which is like kind of a little south of Normandy, a lot south of Normandy.
Okay.
And from there, I got E. coli.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Dang, how'd you catch it? From milking the cows, or?
I was also responsible of like shoveling cow shit,
Oh.
and it would get in somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know.
Were your medical bills like covered over there? Or?
God no. Although, okay, so like I wasn't insured, but I was able to go to the ER and they just took care of it.
Okay, that's good.
So like I wasn't like no one covered it. I think their system did.
So how long did you spend in Italy? How long did you spend in France? How long did you?
Okay, so a year in Brazil, 6 months in Italy, 4 months in France. But France was tough though, because like everyone was so mean. Everyone was so mean.
I heard it's not a great place.
Out of all the places you've been to, which one sucks the most?
I don't want to say
I was
that.
gonna say, which one's your favorite?
Favorite, probably Italy
Italy?
or Spain. Least favorite, maybe Cairo, Egypt.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, but that was for its own. That's a story we'll get to. But so I milked cows. I got the E. coli. I got sick, got better. Then I went to renovate a castle. No, actually, first I planted strawberries and then renovated a castle. Learned French. Then I moved to Tanzania, East Africa,
Holy shit.
to learn Swahili. It was just again, I was at a Jiffy Lube in Boise, Idaho. Like so like 4 years before that, there was like family behind me of refugees talking.
Same thing? Just
Same
like...
thing. I was like, man, that's a cool language. What is that? And they go like Swahili. I'm like, noted. So it was time to learn another language. I thought that was cool. So I was like, Swahili sounds great.
What does Swahili sound like?
Mambo, habari yako, nimefuraha kukufahamu.
What'd you just say?
I just said like, hi, nice to meet you.
Okay,
I
cool.
like the part where it's like cuckoo.
Yeah, so
that
like,
was cool.
so like any, you know how like verb, so Spanish, right? Your verb is like gonna be the ARI or ER. You know, it's like R. Their verb is KU, so it comes at the front of the word. So like the infinitive. So for example, if I like swim is ongalea, to swim, kuongalea.
Oh.
Whereas in Spanish it'd be like
At the end of it.
Yeah, it'd be at the end. So, but the other cool thing is like you get directional verbs. So like if I do something to you, it's KU for the act of doing. It's another KU for the direction to you. So like
cuckoo.
yeah.
Ah.
And then the verb.
Okay, so what country speaks Swahili? Or is
A
that
lot of East Africa. So
A lot
like
of East
Kenya, Tanzania, Democratic Republic of Congo in parts. It's like one of the top 10 most spoken languages in the world.
What?
So how fluent would you say you're in?
I'm pretty good. I'm rusty. Don't get me wrong, but I wrote a children's book in it. Like I was I worked at an orphanage
Okay.
and we helped build another. Me and a group.
So how'd you get there in the first place? Like
I-
who was your connect?
Work away.
Still working?
Yeah, I volunteered.
Wow.
I was like work, and it's crazy. You get like 3 types of people that volunteer in Tanzania, and I may be oversimplifying, but you get like the majority are like the white Westerners.
Okay.
Well, everyone who volunteers is mostly a white Westerner, but the majority fall in the first category where it's like, I want to take some photos with some black babies, post that shit on Instagram, get 1 million likes, feel good about myself. It's like volunteerism.
Oh, volunteer tourism.
Yeah, but it's like, and then it's hard, and then they leave because they already got their baby photos.
Yeah.
They're like, I got that. I didn't even have social media when I went there.
Did you get any of those photos?
Like,
Just for yourself?
yeah, like, but then it was, then you have the other part that are like kind of adventurous and for like the
Just experience.
experience.
That's kind of like what you were doing, though, right?
I was just trying to learn Swahili. I'm in
Oh.
a separate category. I was unrelated.
So it's for like an education for you.
Yeah, I was like, this is where I can learn Swahili. Everyone's like, oh, you're so great. You volunteered at this orphanage. I'm like, Asante,
So when
Thank
you're
you.
doing that and learning Swahili, is it just by just speaking to them and getting to
Yeah.
know that? Okay.
Yeah.
And you're asking locals to teach you.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's anytime you learn a language, it's verbs, right? It's like, how do I say? I learn 5 verbs a day, and how to conjugate each one: future, present, past.
Okay.
And then from there, I try to use them. The first day I know 20 words, the next day I know 26, the next day I know 35, and then you just compound.
That's how you
You
do
must
it.
have like a really good ear because
It gets better. It's like anything else. If you work on it, it gets better.
do you feel like after they teach it to you, you
You have to implement it.
you have to.
Otherwise, it's just gone.
So it's involved with like, music, shows, everything.
It was harder in Swahili because there's not a lot of like cinema
Fair
that's
enough.
easily accessible. They have it, but it's different. If I always talk like this when people are trying to learn language because I do teach a lot of language. If I hang out with LeBron James and Steph Curry every day, I will not get any better at basketball unless I play with them. So just being around it doesn't count. So if I'm just around language, if I'm not actively using it,
You won't pick it up.
no. When I was planting strawberries in France, there was an English couple, like 70-year-old, that worked in the farm right next door, and I would have to translate for them. They had been living there 33 years, and they didn't speak
What?
a word of French because they just were around it, but they didn't try. You have to actively pursue it.
You think that after 33
That's
years, though.
crazy.
That's just like willful ignorance. It's like,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So that was that, and then I got some. So I did the orphanage, and I really so this is side quest. When I went down there, I was like, first of all, my parents didn't know anything about Africa. They just thought it was all lions and danger, and so I was like,
Was it not?
No.
I don't know anything.
No.
about
Yeah,
it.
same here. I thought it was that too.
No, so I went down there and I was like, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna be a safari guide.
What's the food like?
Terrible, but I'll get to that. It's like poor, so it's like a lot of they have their main dish is called ugali.
Ugali?
Is that the little pasty
Yeah.
thing, and they're like ripping it off?
Yeah, it's like a dough. It's
Yeah.
like flour and water, and it gets like fluffy, and they rip it up and dip it in broth and like some veggies. I mean, they have great mangoes, great avocados, great fruits. A lot of goat.
I heard that they have to cook the meat for like a really long time
Yes.
just to be safe.
Oh, 100%. So everything's like gamey.
And then you did safari.
I did safari. So I went on a safari. It was awesome, and it was a great experience. But the guide was so bad, and I don't say this lightly because I think like everyone's trying their best, except him. He was not trying his best. He tried to cut it short a couple hours because he was like, I want to go home. We're like, bro, we
Yeah.
paid for this. He was super sexist toward the women. Like anytime he'd ask a question, he's like, I don't answer women. He's like, I was like, what? And
He's in the tourism industry.
yeah, that's
It's like,
crazy. I was in a car with 4 women. It was me and 4 women.
So
And
it's like
they're-
only you?
yeah, they'd be like, Brian, can you ask him? It's like, yeah.
That's
and,
fucking
and
crazy.
his English was terrible. Like I was like, hey man, how much food per day do elephants eat? He said, yes, there are a lot of elephants. Well, thanks, man. So I went to his boss after, and I was like, great safari. I can do better than that. Hire me. He said, no, get out of here. And so I was like, all right, fair enough. So as I'm leaving, there's an old French couple, and they're like having trouble. The way that it works in Tanzania is you have like streets and stuff, and so a lot of people go there with the intention of doing safari, but they haven't booked yet.
They gotta try to book there.
Yeah, and which you always should do. You should never book before you go. You're gonna pay triple.
Fair enough.
And so there's like street vendors that are like trying to sell you bracelets, trying to sell you shirts, trying to sell you safaris. Everyone there's a safari guide, I guess, basically, where they bring you to an established place and they get like $20.
Oh, so they just get a commission.
Yeah, so this guy brings these people in and they're like, je ne sais pas, like, je ne sais pas comment dire ça. Like, they don't know what they only speak French. And this guy only speaks Swahili. I was like, all right, baby, let's translate. So I translate for them, and over the course of the conversation, I tell them that I'm their guide.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the boss and it was like a 3-day safari. It was like a, comprehensive. It was expensive because they were higher end. And the boss said, no. I said, okay, I'm leaving with them. He said, okay, fine, but just this once.
And then were you able to lock it in, or?
They wrote a really good review about me on TripAdvisor.
Wow.
The review's still there. If you go to Amazing Kilimanjaro and you look at French reviews, I'm American Brian, there's photos of me and everything, it's great. So I became the company's French safari guide for the next 6 months.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So you ended up getting the job and all
Yeah.
that.
Did the boss end up liking you?
Oh, he loved me. It
was just tough to crack.
No, it was like there's different prices for foreigners and okay, so little inside information. They have a foreign tax and a local fee. So like if I'm a local African, I can go on a safari for like $10 a day.
Oh.
Because if I'm white, I could go on for like $200 a day.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so like you go 3 days safari, it's like $600.
Oh, wow.
And then, so they have to pay a tax to get a white person. The dream scenario financially is to get like black Americans, because you charge them $200 a day, and the locals don't know that they're Americans.
You don't think so?
No, what they do is they come into the car and they just look inside to see if there's white people in the car, and they count the white people. They're like 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 2, 4, 600,
So they get more money. The
Yeah.
business gets more money.
It gets more money, and so if you're like black European, black American, you're cheaper on safaris. Know that.
Negotiate.
Negotiate that. And so there's like I was there, and it was.
In the 3-day safari, are you like camping out in the safari, or do you
So
go back
it
to
depends
hotel?
it depends on the guide. So like sometimes we had tents, sometimes we were in lodges, sometimes we were in
That's
hotels.
crazy.
Like it's what you're paying for. I would always do the tent thing if I was go paying for it, because you're paying so much more for a nice lodge and a hotel, and when it's done in the morning, you're spending the whole day looking at the same animals as the people who camped. So it's like if you're in a tent and I'm in a nice fancy hotel,
We still see the same.
we
shit.
still see the same line.
Aren't you a little concerned though, of like the lion coming to the tent?
No.
That's my first thought.
No, I mean they don't.
Do you like set up fires around to scare them or something?
There was a lion chasing a hyena through our campsite,
Oh shit.
but it was like just stay in the tent.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? Unzip it?
I was gonna say, it's like all that
They
travel.
could easily rip through it, but they don't. I don't know why they don't.
With all that, you traveling to different places and all, like, have you ever went through like some crazy times, like, ever encountered something crazy?
Oh, yeah.
Any scary stuff?
Yeah, scary stuff.
Yeah, we'll get to that. That's
Oh, yeah.
yeah. That was on my walk.
You must have had like run-ins with like gangs. And
Yeah. for real,
Yeah. Tanzania was pretty safe at the time. They're going through a little bit of. I don't want to diminish it. They're going through political strife right now, where there was a stolen election and there was like mass casualties. It's like
Damn.
it's like pretty gruesome right now. But like, if you exclude this period of time, before and then probably after, it's pretty tourism friendly.
Oh, sick.
And And then besides that, so I got Swahili, and then I fell for a Spanish girl from Spain, so I learned Spanish to impress her.
Yeah.
Aprendí español para impresionar a una chica.
Sí, ¿cómo te fue?
No funcionó. No, so when I learned it for her, she was not impressed. It actually backfired. She thought it was too much, so I was like, alright, whatever.
That's crazy.
But I learned Spanish, you know?
Yeah, no, first of all,
Yeah.
props to you.
Thanks, man.
Sometimes you need to use, like, you know, the motivation of a woman to get you to learn something, but
Yeah, she kind of sucked, but I didn't see it. That's a long
she
story.
don't deserve you, Brian.
No, she don't. But then
Go King.
from there, yeah, that was my 6th and final. And then I did some stretches in Egypt and studying in America, studying Russian. But so I had, like, Arabic and Russian, so I know, like, bits and pieces, but I don't count them because I don't know enough to, like, conversate.
Where do you want to go visit next?
Okay, so I have this dream. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm here in Austin. I'm doing stand-up comedy. It's going mediocre. You know.
Yeah, it is how it is. We're
Yeah.
trying. We're all working.
I
on
really wanted. So last year, I tried to solo walk the continent of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
That was my goal. I
Like
walked
across it, or like
south to north.
wow.
Yeah, so I walked from Cape Town, South Africa, to the Democratic Republic of Congo. That answers your question when the dicey stuff happened. So the DRC entered a civil war right as I was getting there. I got robbed at gunpoint once, and robbed by men with machetes once, and jumped once. So that was like 3 times in a week when I got to northern Angola.
Can we dissect?
Yeah, we'll go each one.
Okay, so the gunpoint one.
That was second. So
Okay.
first, I had great experiences in South Africa with people like hosting me, feeding me. I had great experiences in Namibia. I actually went viral in the state of Namibia, or the country of Namibia. That's where most of my followers are from on social media. And then,
Sick.
yeah, it's like crazy. I like lose like 200 followers every time I post about Austin because they're like, we don't care.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
2 truths, 1 lie. Like,
Yeah.
look at I'm viral in Namibia.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. No, it's crazy because like
How'd
I'm
you get viral?
because I just walked through it and.
And that's it.
That's it, and I was posting daily videos, like day 36 of walking Africa. Like I was, and
That's
so,
cool.
like they have, like when we do a taxi here or an Uber, you get in the car, you go to your destination. There, you get in the car, there's already like 3 people, and they're going to different destinations. You just like wait your turn.
Yeah.
There's like 5 times I got in a taxi, and someone was watching my video. And I'm
That's
just
cool.
on TikTok or Instagram. I was
That's
like,
so
I was
cool.
like, yeah, baby, push out that algorithm, baby. Just shoot.
Were people taking pictures with you?
Oh, yeah,
They're
yeah,
like, oh my
They-
gosh.
Bro, they had I'll show you. They had a party for me. They were like stopping on the side of the road, giving me. It was great. I was on Good Morning Namibia 3 times.
Good morning, baby.
No.
Yeah, it's great.
We got the only white boy here. Come on, Brian. That's awesome. As
Yeah,
fuck,
it was
bro.
dope, dude. And then I got to Angola. I was on the national radio there. I was on the TV there. Actually, so when I got to Angola, there's a town called Benguela, which is like north-centered, like north-central. Maybe west on the coast a little bit, but there's like it was late at night, and I felt like this, as in this, like someone's pulling on the back of my pack, and as I'm walking, and people had been friendly the whole first 100 days of the
So you're like, oh, they, you know.
maybe I dropped something, so I'm looking there, and the guy goes like, oh wait, because it's Portuguese there too.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
able to communicate.
Yeah,
Sick. All right.
I never had any communication barriers because
Hell
Namibia and South Africa are English, and Portuguese.
Really?
Yeah.
What? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. And dude, everyone go to Namibia. There's like 3 million people that go there. It's spacious. There's like dunes. There's safari. It's great.
Sounds awesome.
It's cheap. People are friendly, but this guy like cocks his hand, and like another guy comes, and he's like starts, and so I just like deck in. I felt kind of bad. No, I didn't. That's a lie.
Dude.
The only reason why I say that, they're like 16, 17,
Oh.
and they were like, it's not like
child
they were-
gangsters.
Well, it's not like they were robbing me for fun. Like they
Right.
had less than I did,
Yeah, for
and
me.
so they were probably like 6'3", 130 pounds.
Oh fuck.
So it wasn't. It wasn't.
They're pencils.
Yeah, it was not much to knock them over.
So you knocked them over.
I knocked one of them out,
Oh shit.
and then I chased I lost it a little bit. Te vou matar, tío! Like I was like, I'm gonna kill you. You know. I was like, angry.
Is that Portuguese?
Yeah.
Oh, because that
It's
sounds
kinda
just like
similar.
Spanish.
So you would say like, "Hey boy, a matar."
Yeah.
In Spanish.
I'm about to
like,
kill you.
yeah.
Dio just sounds like uncle. I'm about to kill you,
Yeah.
uncle.
Yeah. So it's the same thing. So, Te vou
Table.
a matar, like VOU.
Okay.
So it's like change one letter. So it's it's very similar.
But it sounds.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
it
same
sounds-
thing.
yeah. And so I'm like, he runs off, and I'm like angry. Yeah. All right. 3 days later, I arrived, or no, maybe like a week. It was like 100 miles later. I arrived in the capital city of Luanda, Angola, which is so big, like 14 million people.
Holy shit.
They
What?
say 9 to 10 million, but everyone who lives there is like they haven't done a census or correct census in like 20 years, so it's bigger.
So it's like 1.5 of New York City, essentially.
Yeah, it's so big, and someone offered me to put up my pack and like rest for a week, which is great. Like
Dude, that's amazing.
Yeah, I was like, I'll just camp here. This will be great, and it was an Airbnb. They were taking me on excursions. And when I was there, so I didn't have my stuff on me because I got to the city, and then they texted me and said like, we're the national, like, I forget the name of the TV station, but it was like National News Angola. So I was like, all right, can you be here at 6 a.m.? I was like, all right, that's the morning
Okay, yeah.
morning show. So I left at like 3:30, and I'm going through like alleys, and I'm like,
Did you walk it? or-
yeah, I'm like GPSing my way through it, you know. And then I
At
see
3:30 in the morning.
yeah, and I see like because it was like a 2-hour walk to get there.
Oh, wow.
So I do about 3 miles an hour, so it's about 6-7 miles.
Yeah.
So I see two guys, and they're on a stoop, and they're like
What's a stoop?
like a small bench, like
Okay.
like in front of a door of a house, like the steps.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah. So these guys, they like see me and they like run opposite directions in different alleys, and they both come out. One guy's carrying a knife, one guy's carrying an AK. It's like, okay, well, I'm not gonna be able to punch my way out of this one. And the most frustrating thing in the world, this dude was like 5'2".
Oh,
Man.
Did you ever consider like having something on you?
You can't, because I'm a tourist. Like, I can't carry what. You know, I see a police officer every single day asking me what I'm doing. Like, if I have a gun on me, they'll
Yeah.
arrest me.
Yeah.
What about a knife, a pocket knife, or not even worth
You
it?
can't carry none of that.
What's a pocket knife gonna do? Yeah, it has an AK.
Yes.
Hold on. On release. No, but they come out and they go, Fica, 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 4 times, which is stay in Portuguese.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and so I'm like, all right. So I have my phone here, and I'm like I just like drop it. I know what they want, and I luckily didn't have my pack because I had already arrived to the city.
So would they take your wallet or?
No, I didn't even have my wallet. I brought like $60 in my pocket and a phone, and I was just like, and sunscreen because I was gonna. This actually that made me more mad than the phone.
That'd be the first time I've ever seen sunscreen.
Right, okay, so it added elements to it. So he pulled it out of my pocket and it was like barely pulled out, like it was like almost as big as the pocket. So when he ripped it out, it dropped it, and he like the other guy panicked and like cocked the gun and hit me in the face.
Oh.
And so I was like mad because it's like you're the one that dropped it. You don't even need it. What?
That's mighty
Yeah.
presumptuous.
They were very dark. They were very dark.
Dude, how do you feel? Like, what's going
I was
on?
honestly at that point I was so angry. I wasn't scared. The third time I was scared, but this time I was angry. I was so that's the other thing. It's like
Did they take your phone? Or?
yeah, they took my phone, they took my sunscreen, and they took $60.
Mm-hmm.
and the other thing is like I didn't know how to make it to the interview after that. Like I was like asking, I was like, do you know where like Radio Nacionais is? And they're like, oh, it's very far. And like answer a fucking question. Like you know how many people I asked and they're like, oh, very far. Okay, point. And
I'll walk.
I'll walk that way. No, too far to walk. Bro, I got here from Cape Town, South Africa. Point. Like the amount of I'm getting angry just thinking about it right now. And so I got there eventually, and I like. The crazy thing is that when I told that I had like I'm bleeding, I have all the stuff. When I tell the interview why I'm like 5 minutes late, they're like, oh, and that was what the whole interview was about.
You still made it just 5 minutes late?
Yeah.
How'd you
Dude,
figure
you
it
were-
out? Yeah.
I'm
I
concerned.
just kept asking people, and they like,
Okay.
kept pointing.
Dude,
Okay.
look, you were 15 minutes late to this one. Who robbed you today? It must have been a whole fucking militia that got you this
Got
time.
me, dude. Everyone got me. And then I was walking. I had my pack. It was kind of like a jungly type atmosphere. Like there was a road, but then there was some jungle brush, and then the ocean. And there were 4 men that were like walking past me this way, and 3 of them had machetes, and 1 was carrying fish. They're like fishermen.
Okay, so you didn't probably think twice.
No, because you're always on alert, you know, and
Obviously.
especially after that week, you know. But I had seen people carrying machetes all the time, like over the course of this walk.
But you saw them with the fish. You're like, okay, they're probably just doing.
Well, yeah, I mean, no one's walking on the road. So like, if I always think about this like the movie Batman, you know,
We keep going back.
keep
to
going back to
that.
Batman. Like if I sit on the parking garage or the 51st floor or whatever and just wait for crime, I'd be so bored. So if you're just like out and about with machetes, like hoping to rob walkers,
Yeah.
you're gonna be there a long time. They just so they didn't intend to rob me. They saw an opportunity. So they like walked and then they turned around. And I was like, started walking a little faster and I checked to see if I dropped anything. I didn't. So there wasn't until like.
I love how that's always your first thought.
Well, you want to assume the best.
Do you drop stuff often?
All the time. So I start walking a little faster to see what they do, and they start walking a little faster. I start jogging, they start jogging. I was like, shit. So I took off, hard left into like the jungly terrain. It wasn't a jungle, but it was like very high grass, long trees, you know. And I just like got around some trees and I just hid. And the grass was about up to your ribs, like it was high.
Okay.
So I was able to hide pretty well. And
Did they find you or?
no, but they looked for like 45 minutes.
Holy shit.
And I'm just like staying there, like, onde está ele, cadê ele? You know, like, where is he? And as I'm laying there, I'm just like, I'm hearing things in the brush. So I waited there for 4 hours, because
Just in case.
like, if they just like quit and go on the road and I have to resume on the road and they see me 5 minutes later, it's like, I was like, all right, let's do this again.
Did you like when you dug down? You're like reaching for rocks and shit, or what was the deal?
I mean, no, but I'm like hearing things rustle in the brushes.
So you're just being quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like hearing things. And the previous week, I'd seen like half a dozen or so black mambas cross the road.
Oh
like we were in their
my
train.
God, bro.
And I'm thinking like, I think I'm gonna go home. That was the only thing. That was the only thing I was thinking. I was
That's
like,
a crazy ass
Yeah,
race.
snakes and bad fucking.
snakes, AKs, machetes, high school kids that don't know how to fight. You know, everything.
They're all under the age of 28.
Yeah. And there's so I was just thinking there as I was laying there, I was like, if I make it out of this, I'm just going home. So I waited till dusk. I went to the road and I actually hitchhiked. In the first car that came, it was a semi-truck, stopped.
Oh,
Picked me up, took me back to Luanda, which was only like 100 miles south. And I got on the phone, my old phone with my parents, and I was like, hey mom, can you help me fly home? So I booked a flight from Luanda to San Francisco, and I flew back home.
And at that
I
point,
don't blame you at all.
how old were you then?
This was last year.
Okay, then.
Fuck.
This was less than a year ago. This was end of January 2025.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. End of January 2025?
Yeah.
Damn, and I met you like what?
June, July, maybe July 2025.
So 4 months, 5 months
Yeah.
post
Yeah.
AK.
Yeah.
Post AK.
I was out here looking for a job, man.
Are you planning to stay in Austin?
Okay, so I have this plan, right? So I have a decent following as far as like people engaged in my videos, but I want to like transition that into like making content.
Okay.
And so I thought comedy would be fun. It hasn't been.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not terrible. And I really want to do like travel videos and travel shows. So I had this really cool idea.
Okay.
You don't have to say it's cool. I know it is. And it's the concept is max effort of anything for 90 days will get you okay at it. And so like I want to travel around the world doing cool tasks for 90 days to see how good I can get. So I would go back to Kenya and I would try distance running. And the goal is at the end of 90 days, could I run a 100-mile race?
Oh,
And like I haven't run in like a year. And so it's like, could I, I'm not an expert, but could it, the goal isn't to win the race. The goal is to see like how much the average person could do if they just tried for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So you do that. So I do a month in Kenya, I would do a month in Ethiopia, I would do a month in Morocco. Because part of it would be the episode would be like the challenge, but the other part would be cultural, like how different societies train, how different you get different things from different places. It's like a travel show, like Anthony Bourdain kind
I
of.
love that. Yeah.
So that's the first like season. It's like running. Then I go to Europe for again 90 days. 30 days in France, 30 days in Spain, 30 days in Italy, cooking.
Okay,
Learning like French cooking. Like I can't cook for shit. But it's like I'm in like a restaurant. I'm on a food truck. I'm in Michelin. So whoever will put me up and teach me. I'm posting weekly or twice weekly videos on YouTube, like 20 minutes, like just the average guy learning. I'm seeing the culture. I'm speaking the language. I'm translating. I'm learning how to cut onions, you know, and then the goal isn't, maybe at the end I have to enter some competition or I have to run a restaurant for a day, and whatever the people want will decide to
Just some
challenge.
season ending.
Yeah, something to say like, can he do it?
Yeah.
And then season 3, I go to South America and I try to learn salsa, bachata, and tango, like
Cool.
ballroom dancing. You know, it's like,
That's awesome.
so you're learning societally important things in these regions, showing off the culture and immersing yourself in a challenge, which I think would be cool. That's what I want to do. I'm saving up a little bit hard. I'd like to go in like this summer.
This summer.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
wow.
well, because
Summer 2026?
yeah, because Kenya, they're southern hemisphere, so like their June is winter, so that'd be a good time to run.
Oh.
So why do you want to start in Africa?
I feel comfortable with it. I live there. I speak Swahili. That's where like a lot of my base is.
Okay.
And I think it'd be like I posted a video on social media, but it was just a hypothetical. I don't know if you saw it yesterday.
No, I did not.
I was asked the question. I was like, all right, guys, I have a question for you. How good can the average person get at running for 90 days? Could you do a 100-mile race? And it got a lot of engagement from like runners from all over the world. So I think there's a big running community. I think anyone that's ever thought that they wanted to chase a dream can relate to it. Because they've always thought like, well, could I do that if I really tried? And so I'm the guinea pig.